Hi everyone, I'm Alexis with Maxwell Sounds, and I am here with M. Edward James. How are you?
Doing great. It's great to be here.
Good. We're so glad to have you. I appreciate you taking time and sitting down with me.
Anytime.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a music man at heart. I've been doing all kinds of music, starting on guitar since I was really young, definitely, younger than preteen, and it's been a big part of my life for a very long time. I've been in a lot of bands around Louisville. You may know me from Bent to the Gallows or Red Wolf or the Pseudo Saints, and I've had lots of involvement with the Tunesmiths. And now I'm just trying to get myself out there as a solo artist, so here we are.
Sounds good, sounds good. So, growing up, music plays a very big impact on our lives as children. So, what type of music did you hear most growing up as a child?
I listen to a lot of music, and I kind of always have. If I'm being totally honest, what really made me like a music lover at heart, I've always been a huge fan of the White Stripes and bands like that, the sort of new age, sort of minimalistic rock and roll. And if you hear my stuff, it's very evident about that. But also, Led Zeppelin, and if you dig really deep, there was a time when I was an enormous Eminem fan, and
really?
yeah. I mean, I went, I still do
Hey,
love Eminem.
Eminem's a great rapper. He's a great lyricist.
Yeah.
Love it. Gotcha. So, did you grow up in like a musical family? Like, do you have a lot of?
That's a great question. Actually, this guitar was my father's. He passed away when I was very, very young.
I'm sorry.
And so, oh no, it's okay, not a sensitive topic. Although it's something that was just sort of around the house, and it was a sort of a relic of his existence that was really the only sort of window I had to it. And so it was a way, music to me was a way to kind of connect with my past in a way that I had been cut off from. So that's what really got me into it.
Gotcha, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So did your family encourage you, or do they support you, or where do they stand in your music?
Absolutely. I mean, to be honest, I owe a lot to my mom who funded, she bought me a lot of instruments growing up and things, and she's been incredibly helpful, and if not for the encouragement and support from my family, both monetarily and just, encouragement wise, I don't know if I would be anything close to what I am now. So
that's awesome. Yeah, moms are awesome. Well, we do.
Moms are awesome. That's right. Yeah, I agree.
So what are you working on now?
You're watching. Well, I'm a solo artist now, and I actually just released an album. It is called When the Sea Divides, and currently it's available for streaming for free on YouTube. Just Google or type into YouTube M. Edward James, When the Sea Divides, and it's a full 13-track album that you can listen to in full for the time being. So, yeah.
When the Sea Divides, check that out, definitely. So that's a pretty deep name. What made you come up with that name?
It is one of the tracks on the album.
Okay.
And that's sort of a song that's about, when the sea divides. I kind of meant that as a sort of description for when a really intense storm happens, Kind of, it's a song about going through hard things.
Okay.
So
speaking of some of your songs, what song are you most proud of that you have done, and why?
Ooh, I don't know how to answer that. There are some songs that I do that are very, very deep, and they're very lyrically, what I would say is lyrically valuable.
Okay.
Whereas other songs are more of just a beautiful soundscape, and it's not as deep lyrically speaking, but it's just more stimulating and fun to listen to. Since I'm on an acoustic guitar today, I'm sure I'll be playing some of the more, deep ones. So check out the other videos, I guess.
Do you have a favorite?
A favorite song? I have a number of favorites that are on the new album that I just put out. There's one called Heterochromia that a lot of people seem to love. That sort of launched me in a lot of people's eyes. So there's that, and then I do love the song When the Sea Divides, and you know, I have a lot of different
You have a
songs.
lot. So
I've
so many
done quite a
it's
few
hard to-
releases over the years with
Okay.
different bands, and I don't know how to pick a favorite. But
Right.
yeah.
So I know you were talking about, you know, you've been performing with different bands previously, prior to becoming a solo artist. So you're no rookie when it comes to doing live performances, huh?
I mean, I like to think of myself as not a rookie, although I'll just have to let my performance speak for itself.
Okay.
This song is called "Give Me Back My Rose-Colored Glasses." Go ahead and fix me if you think I'm broken. Have the doctor see me and carve my heart open. But please give me back my rose-colored glasses. Let me see my rose-colored glasses. Remind me show me something I never could feel before, something I never believed. Showed me something I never could see before, till my rose-colored glasses found me.
Gotcha. Speaking of performance, he will be our featured artist this Friday at Ace the Mic at The Avenue on 4th and Cardinal, so definitely check him out.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes. So since you are familiar with performances, what advice would you give to an artist who's nervous before getting on stage?
Well, I think probably the best advice is just know that any artist that you've seen whose performance is great, they've been there. They've been nervous. They've been in those situations where they get up on stage and stumble and fall. Everyone makes an idiot of themselves on the stage sometime, and so really, there's nothing to be ashamed of. And other than that, move around a lot. People like to see that. People like
Yeah.
to see you run around the stage.
I hate when I go to a show and the artist is just like standing there with the mic,
Yeah.
like,
Well,
come on, entertain me a bit.
I think
So-
we've got some clips of one of my recent performances where, it may show that I like to move around and stuff. People seem to really respond to that, though. They want to see some passion in that performance. They want to see you really get into it and love what you're doing. They want to see a passionate struggle, really.
Right. All right. So what can we expect from M. Edward James in the future?
Oh, well, I'm always doing more projects. There's certainly a lot coming from Red Wolf, which is a band that I drum for, and I also perform guitar and banjo and things, just all kinds of weird
Right.
stuff that that when there's a place for it, and on the tracks or whatever. And other than that, I'll always be doing my solo stuff. I already have another album that's ready to release that I haven't really spoken about much
You're a
yet.
busy man, huh?
I try to be. Music is it's a huge part of my life. It's a therapeutic part of my life, and it's something that I couldn't do without. So yes, it keeps me very busy.
Gotcha. So anyone who watches our interviews, they know that I like to ask a random, irrelevant, off-the-wall question. So my question for you is, if you could save the world with one person, who would it be? Who would your Robin be if you were Batman?
I'm gonna have to go with my dog.
Huh. What's your dog's name?
Trevor.
Trevor.
I'll get you guys a picture of that. You
Yeah.
guys can probably see it now.
Yeah, I love dogs. I just got me a new dog. His name is Snoop. So yeah, I can understand that. So with that being said, definitely come out this Friday again at the Avenue on 4th and Cardinal to check out M. Edward James. You're definitely in for a treat. And again, I appreciate you sitting down with me to chat.
Oh, it's
So,
been a real pleasure.
until next time.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
You can catch me at the Avenue this Friday at 8 p.m. I'm M. Edward James, and these are my sounds.